Welcome to Mimi's Math Channel. We're going to discuss trigonometric applications. When you are looking at your word problem, you want to see if we are talking about degrees or radians. In this case, we're talking about radians, so you want to change your calculator's mode to radians. In order to do that, you would just go to your calculator where it says mode, and then just go down to where you see radian and degree and make sure that radian is highlighted. And in order to get out of here, you would just go to second mode. The next thing you want to do is define your variables. So I'm looking at my function that's given, and I'm going to try to figure out which variables I'm trying to find. I see that there's an h, and it says that h is height in feet, and it also has a t, where t is time in seconds. So you want to take the time to actually write that down somewhere, because even if you highlight it, it may get a little busy for you. So the next thing you want to do is you want to figure out what the question is. This one is broken down into parts A and B, so it's easy to find the question. Normally, the question will be the last sentence of your paragraph. What is the height of a cabin after 7 minutes? We're trying to find the height. Height means h. That means that we're going to leave h as a variable. Then it says after 7 minutes. If you do not define your variables or you're not paying attention, you would want to put 7 in the place of time, but that will be incorrect because it's not asking for minutes, it's asking for seconds. So you're going to have to convert this. What we know is that there's 60 seconds in 1 minute. So we want 7 minutes. So now that we've defined what t is, we can just go ahead and substitute it into the function that was given. Now that we've substituted in the 420 seconds, we can just go ahead and simplify this. In the calculator, we're going to put 420 divided by 45, or you can set it up as a fraction by going to alpha y equals, enter, and then do it that way, 420 divided by 45. This way, it gives you the actual fraction, but if it had been a decimal, you would just go to math. Fraction is already highlighted, hit enter 2 times, and it will convert that decimal to a fraction. So 28 over 3, we still have to put our pi radian symbol. If you want to further simplify this, you can just go to your calculator and type in the cosine portion, and that will look like this. So in order to convert this to a fraction, you would do like I said a few minutes ago, and you would change it by going to math, enter, and that's -1/2. Once you substitute the -1/2, you just literally simplify. Since we were finding h, we want to make sure that we actually include the units, which is what we defined. Now we're going to go to part B using the same function, but this time it says when would the cabin reach a height of 40 feet? So height is going to be h and is represented by feet. So therefore I'm going to set up my equation a little different. But this time I'm trying to find when. That means that I'm trying to find t, and it's going to be in seconds. Okay, so once I set up my actual equation, I just want to treat this algebraically. I'm going to get rid of my constant first by subtracting both sides by 24, and then I'm going to divide by -16. So what I typically do once we get here is I focus on the part that's next to the equal sign. Where is cosine -1? And then I'm going to set whatever that answer is equal to this part that is still showing that t is not by itself. So something's in front of it. So it will look like this. Now, because this lies on an axis and we want to only go from 0 to 2 pi, we're only going to have one answer. But there are times that you would have 2 answers, because whatever cosine of, let's just say cosine of 1/2, it can be in 2 places on my unit circle. So I would want to set up 2 different equations set equal to this. So pay attention to problems that look like that. For this one, what I want to do is get rid of this fraction that's in front of my variable, which means I'm going to have to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. Then you just cross simplify, and then your answer is going to be in seconds. So it's going to be t is equal to 45 seconds. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Have an amazing day.